I'm feeling low.
Hey there, Lemonheads, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Brianna. I am a certified personal trainer, a big, huge biology nerd, and a registered dietitian to be. We're here today for another episode of me reacting to / critiquing the Beachbody workouts that you all have sent me. Before we proceed, if you love science-based health, wellness, and fitness education with some lols and some dry sarcasm along the way, hit that subscribe button and join the lemonade stand. I would really love it if you showed up here. My merch store where you can get this super sick "here's an exercise it's not stupid" tank, as well as my fitness guides, will be linked below in the description box. And yeah, without anything further, let's make lemonade. I just said like 5 words and my microphone wasn't on. I'm glad I realized my mic wasn't on. That would have sucked if I had gotten through like half this video when my mic was on. All right, so for these first couple that we're going to take a look at, I actually don't have a demo to show you, but I do have a lot of words to say because I have like some questions / comments / concerns / criticisms / opinions. Here's the first one.
Now, then, can you get a shot on my shoulder? Watch this. If I were to do this exercise standing up, I would work the top of my shoulder. I have to lean forward in order to really target the back of the shoulder on that posterior fly. Today, 10 pounds. She's just starting out, and if you're just starting out, this is a learning process. You're going to evaluate exactly how you felt at the end of this set, and you'll know if next time we need to go a little heavier. Well, there is no momentum. There's only one thing that's working, and it is your muscles. Squeeze, really slow, stand up tall, continue because you have several reps left, and you're loving every minute. Harder on the knee, which a lot of people do, and it's a mistake that's made. Push off, continue. Do you know you're really good at this? So hey, Vince, can we come over here and check this out?
So, as is evident, this lady has a parasite growing inside her, also known as she's pregnant. I'm just kidding, don't cancel me. I know a fetus isn't a parasite. Not until it's born. So she's pregnant, fine. She looks pretty pregnant too, whatever, fine. And she's working out, also fine. Nothing wrong with physical activity during pregnancy. In fact, it's actually encouraged by most healthcare professionals and fitness professionals. Obviously, unless there is a reason why a pregnant person has been advised against physical activity for any reason, then it's generally considered to be okay. I know I just got all dramatic with that obviously, but I feel like I have to say that because I know there are obvious exceptions to that rule, but if I don't say that, then there's going to be somebody in my comments that's like, not all pregnant women can work out. I know. Even though I feel like it's obvious, and even though I feel like it's obvious to most of you that it's obvious, not everyone is all-inclusive with their line of thinking, and they cannot comprehend that I'm not making a blanket statement. Anyway, so there's nothing wrong with physical activity during pregnancy, obviously, unless, of course, you have been advised not to by your healthcare provider. That's not my issue here. This lady is pretty pregnant. I've never been pregnant before. I don't have children. But if I had to guess, I'd say she looks like she's probably in her last trimester. I don't know if you guys can see. I mean, I was about to say, hey, what do you guys think? Let me know. But I mean, I am going to be putting a blur over this. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I don't know how blurred I'm going to make it. But I mean, her belly is quite prominent. So I was going to ask, hey, if anybody out there has been pregnant, what trimester do you think she's in? To me, it looks like she's probably in her last trimester. So anyway, she does look like she's pretty pregnant. Looks like that fetus is about to escape from her body soon. I am concerned for this person, not because they are exercising, but because they are using a service like this, like BOD, to exercise. If you've been a viewer on my channel for a long time now, or you are a current or former Beachbody customer that has done the workouts, then you probably know that the workouts are sometimes a little bit crazy, in my opinion. Obviously, depending on the program and depending on the workout, I cannot imagine that it is safe for a pregnant lady, especially someone as pregnant as this person, to be doing a lot of the stuff that we see like in this series. For some of the workouts, I would even bet that depending on how pregnant someone is, they might not be able to do some of the workouts. And I mean that like they would physically probably not be able to do some of the workouts. I actually have some experience training pregnant women before. They were in their early, I think it was 1 or 2, but they were like in their early stages of pregnancy, like first trimester, barely showing. Their belly wasn't in the way. They still had great mobility and like everything was, their pregnancy wasn't like inhibiting them physically. Something that I have said to them though is once you start to show and get more pregnant, I actually refer them out and recommend that they find a trainer who specializes in prenatal fitness. I can train someone who is pregnant, obviously, if they have clearance from their doctor, but I wouldn't feel very comfortable because A, I've never trained anyone who's pregnant beyond their first trimester, and B, I feel like there's only so much you can do for somebody who's super pregnant. That's why for very pregnant women who want to train, and I guess I should say who want like some fitness guidance or like want to hire a trainer, I always strongly recommend that they find a fitness professional that has experience in prenatal fitness. I think some organizations actually have that certification. I think ACE might have one. I'm gonna have to look that up. And that becomes a specialty because training somebody who's super pregnant, like this person, for example, that we're seeing, it's a whole different ball game. It's so much different than training somebody who is not pregnant, obviously, or somebody who's like in their earlier trimester. When you're pregnant, your center of gravity has changed. You have physical limitations. Your body is just doing things that it's never done before. And I just feel like it's really important to have somebody that specializes in that. Now, I'm pretty sure Beachbody does have a prenatal training program, but I guess my concern is what's gonna stop somebody who's super pregnant from saying, meh, I'm fine. I'm 8.5 months pregnant, but I can do 9-week control freak. And again, if you're a viewer on my channel, we all know what a shit show 9-week control freak is, in my opinion. Thank you. Thank you so much. And on top of that, even if there is a prenatal Beachbody on demand workout, and I'm also just not singling out Beachbody too. I have this exact same concern for like people who post workouts to YouTube too. You know, those are free workouts. So I mean, it is an advantage over BOD in that regard that it's free, but there's still no individualized instruction. And I think that's extremely important when you are this pregnant. I 100% support her wanting to exercise during pregnancy. I think that's fantastic. Good for her for staying in shape and doing her best to stay healthy. But I'm worried about the fact that she's doing a Beachbody program. We can see BOD, looks like she has it open on the laptop, but I can't see what program that is. I can't see what trainer that is. I want to say it sounds like Megan Davies, but I'm not sure. And the other thing is, I don't know which program this person's doing. I don't know if she's doing the pregnancy program. For all we know, she could be doing a program that's not the pregnancy program. So, yeah. All right, so this next one will not have a blur over it. And that's because this is a super trainer. This is super trainer Megan Davies. This one makes me laugh. This is another one where I don't have a demo for this one, but it makes me laugh, and I'll show you why.
Get up a notch, girl. I want to see those knees getting up. Beautiful, yes. Those arms are working, those legs are working, and kick. 1, 2. Ooh, and that jump. I love it. Run. Open. Up and together. It's not easy. You got it. Come on. Push through it. Really get that reverse fly.
I'm chuckling right now because the first thing that she has people doing on the screen, it says run kicks. But I look at those and I'm like, that's running in place. Or like maybe high knees. Why is she calling them run kicks? And then after the high knee / running in place, they're going into butt kicks. But they're like calling them run kicks. Just why? I don't understand it. Like I call that running in place or high knees and then butt kicks. Like what are run kicks? This reminds me of how the 645 program, I'm pretty sure it's 645, where, yeah, I think it's 645. I talked about it in a video a couple weeks ago, where Beachbody calls glute bands power loops. I think I talked about this a little bit in that video from a couple weeks ago. I just didn't understand why, and it made me laugh that they took like a normal piece of workout equipment and were like renaming it. Like they're trying to reinvent the wheel here. Someone actually commented and made a really good point about that. They suggested that that's probably Beachbody's attempt to try and make themselves and Beachbody equipment just seem more exclusive to Beachbody. And I was like, damn, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. I'm not saying that that's what's happening, but I think that that's a strong possibility. Megan is having people run in place and then do butt kicks, but she's called them run kicks. Or I don't know if she's called them run kicks or if maybe like like Beachbody run kicks. I don't know. I wonder if their line of thinking is run kick, because these are only exclusive to Beachbody. But it's like, no, they're not. To make sure I'm not a complete idiot, I went to Google and I just typed in run kicks. Everything that came up was either running in place or butt kicks. This is just funny to me. This is just comical. Maybe I should do that. Oops, straw's in the way. Everyone grab a set of dumbbells and do bicep curl. You're not doing bicep curls anymore. You're doing elbow bend contractions. These are only exclusive to me. Nobody else does these. I'm just screwing around now. Let's move on. Try to do beach waves with this hair. And I actually really like how it came out. I also use like a serum on it too, so it looks a little more sleek. I really like how it came out. I've never done beach waves before. I think it looks all right. Does it look all right? Please validate me. All right, so here's the next one.
It's in this body that you're in. So, do you want the beautiful home? Or do you want the crazy, chaotic, falling apart home? If you want...
So that one was, I'm guessing, from 9 Week Control Freak, and I deduced that because of the ball and the control track. And oh my god, I just realized this. On the top of this story, this is a story highlight. It says 9 WCF, which I'm assuming means 9 Week Control Freak. Okay, good. So we just answered our own question. I'm chuckling because I was listening to what Autumn was saying in the background. That's Autumn talking. I know Autumn Calabrese's voice at this point. And the caption on this person's screen says, listen carefully to what she's saying. So I actually listened to it. Of course, I've seen this clip before and like in researching and writing my script and everything, but I've just been watching the workout. I haven't actually listened to what Autumn's saying, but I actually listened that time. And what she was saying was just like, she was like, here, I'll play it again. I don't know if anybody else was listening.
It's in this body that you're in. So, do you want the beautiful home? Or do you want the crazy, chaotic, falling apart home? If you want...
What? She said, she's talking about like in this body that you're in, do you want a beautiful home or a crazy, chaotic, falling apart home? Is that supposed to be motivating? That honestly reminds me of like how Jillian Michaels motivates her clients. I have seen clips of her like on the show The Biggest Loser, just completely berating those poor contestants, like pushing them past their physical limits. Like she has overweight, obese clients, I don't know if I'd consider them clients, I guess contestants doing things that are far past their limitations, and those people, some of those poor people have gotten to tears, and she's just like, you're not getting off this treadmill until you die.
The only way you're coming off this damn treadmill is if you die on it.
What? I mean, obviously, I don't think what Autumn said is that extreme, but it just kind of reminds me of that sort of motivation. Like, do you want a beautiful home or do you want a crazy, chaotic home? What is a crazy, chaotic body? What does that look like? Is that like if I get get an extra boob implant? I also think that was her PC version of what she really wanted to say. I bet what she really wanted to say was, do you want a beautiful body or do you want a fat, disgusting, out of shape body? It wouldn't surprise me if that's what she was thinking, but she was like, oh shit, I gotta make this PC. I can't say that. Anyway, I guess we should get to the workout. So the thing that's funny and ironic to me is I don't think that individually these are bad exercises, and I don't think that these pieces of equipment are useless or bad. I really don't. A device like the control track has a use, and like, for example, she's using it to do kind of shoulder presses. I'll get to that in a minute. And then that small inflatable ball also has a use. But I have rarely seen Autumn incorporate that ball in a way that I personally believe makes sense. Which brings us to my main grievance about this. What is the purpose of someone holding that ball in between their knees like that? To me, that seems 100% pointless. I also can't really tell if she's supposed to be doing a squat or if this is more like just a hip hinge. I cannot tell what she's supposed to be doing. I don't really understand what it's supposed to look like. I wonder if it's that ball kind of interfering with whatever is supposed to be happening here. It's not really a squat, but kind of, and it's more of a hip hinge, but kind of, I feel like it might be a squat too. As she's coming up, she's sort of pressing, kind of doing a shoulder press, kind of, This is just very strange to me. I know sometimes we get the consultants who, like, we just see what we see. When we see in this series, we see the consultants doing the workout. It really comes down to, it's like their interpretation of it, you know, because sometimes they're not doing the workouts right. Sometimes they're putting their own spin on it. But I think I've seen Autumn actually do this one before. So I gather if Autumn's the one, Autumn made 9-week Control Freak. So I presume that the way Autumn does it is the right way. And I think I remember it looking like this. So I mean, I would say that this consultant is doing it right, I guess. My question to you, Autumn, is why can't someone just do like a squat to a shoulder press with a control track, or just do a regular standing shoulder press with the control track? Like, you can do that. I don't get it. Here's me using a resistance loop like somebody who is not a Beachbody super trainer. So I've got a handled resistance loop, which I think is pretty similar to the control track. It's just not anchored to anything. What I'm doing is stepping on it, which is a really good option as well. I'm basically just dividing up the exercises that she was doing. I'm just not going to show you guys the squat. What you see me doing here is a shoulder press, and I'm alternating, doing one arm at a time. And then the second one that I'm showing you is bilateral presses. That is using both arms at the same time. Very simple. All right, so this is actually going to be the last one. Short video today. This one is kind of piggybacking off the last thing I said, as in she's adding in, or she's being instructed to add in that stupid little ball for no reason, in my opinion. I cut parts of this clip up because she showed herself doing a series of, I think it was maybe 3 or 4 different exercises, and I actually don't think all of them are dumb. Like, there's maybe one of them, she was doing a Russian twist with the ball, which is like totally fine. I stand corrected. If that is Autumn's doing, then there is a normal way of incorporating that ball. Wow, look at that. But the one that's in this video is the one that I wanted to focus on. Yeah, this looks like something that I've done in yoga before. I don't think it's weird, but I do think it's weird, like I said, that she's being instructed to put the ball in the crook of her leg like that. I actually see that as more work. And some of you might be thinking, well, isn't that the point of exercise, to be challenging? Well, yeah, challenging, yes. Cumbersome, no. And when I say more work, that's what I mean. Like, I think it's just more cumbersome than it is like challenging. It's hard to be hard. In my opinion, I think this is just an attempt to justify making people buy the equipment for the program by using it like somehow. I'm assuming this is a 9-week Control Freak program because she's using the ball. Why do you need to use the ball like that, Miss Autumn Calabrese, whose last name reminds me of caprese salad? But to be fair, a lot of stuff reminds me of food. So let's try this again, but this time, without wasting time, adding unnecessary equipment. So if you have ever done yoga before, then you have probably done this. I'm essentially doing exactly what she was doing. I have just gotten rid of that ball behind the knee nonsense. I'm starting in a downward facing dog, then shifting forward and bringing that leg forward to tap that knee to that elbow. This is really core intensive, so it is pretty challenging. I'd also recommend, if you have issues with your wrists, to use caution or even just skip this one entirely. In conclusion, here we are again. This one was definitely shorter than usual. Sorry about that. I know you guys like longer videos, but I hope you still enjoyed it. I'm kind of coming out of a difficult 2 weeks, couple of weeks. I kind of took 2 weeks off of YouTube, but it was definitely not intentional. I'm filming this like a week after I announced my big tech crisis last week, where I lost like all the progress I made on my 3-day refresh videos. I switched from my old PC, my husband got me a Mac, and my editing software wasn't working on my Mac very well, and so ultimately I told my husband, actually, why don't you just return the Mac? So now I don't have a Mac anymore, but he gave me his old desktop HP computer, which is great. My editing software works really well on it. I don't know what it is about Mac. I was really enjoying my Mac. It sucks, but my editing software, it just doesn't work well on it. It's so painfully slow. And I didn't want to have to learn to use a whole new editing software. And my husband was like, like, well, I'll just get a laptop because I've been wanting one anyway, and you can just have my old desktop. So that's what I have now. And then in the process of transitioning all my files and everything, I lost all the progress I made on my 3-day refresh video. So that sucked. I had to start completely over. I'm in the process of just starting over with editing that now. I mean, I'm not starting over. I'm a good chunk of the way in. I'm probably about 40 minutes in, but it's probably going to be at least a 2-hour video. So I got a ways to go. And then on top of that, school started too. So I can't say things were stressful that day that I lost my 3-day refresh video. But I've since recovered like mentally from it. Yeah, I'm good now. I'm in a much better place. I'm enjoying my new computer that my husband gave me, and yeah, it's fine. Things are going great. I'm having a good week. So sorry for the little bit shorter video. I do hope you still enjoyed it and got something from it, as you always do. I hope you always do. I also just want you guys to know that Megan Davies one really just had me rolling the first time I saw it. I swear these super trainers are trying to reinvent the wheel, man. They're really like, let's make the wheel a square. And we're just like, but the wheel works fine how it is. If you make it a square, then it won't work as well anymore. I understand unique exercises. It is important to have variety and uniqueness in your routine. But when it comes to physical fitness, it can get to a point where it's like sometimes unique and just ridiculous. Sometimes there's a fine line. Sometimes I don't think these super trainers have been able to find the balance. Yeah, I think we're gonna cut this out here. Thank you so very much for watching. Like, subscribe for more shenanigans. My merch store will be linked below. Here's an Exercise Is Not Stupid tank, produced due to popular demand. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. They're so tired. I'm filming this in the morning. They all like had walks, and now they're all just sleeping. Look at these dogs. You guys gotta do something for the outro. Oh my god, he's so cute. I can't stand it. What if I just make a video of just this? Oh, hey baby. I'm bothering you. I'm sorry. But you're so cute. But you're so cute. But you're so cute. He's like, oh my god, Mom, stop. And here's this old man. You tired too? You tired too? Look at you guys. Lazy babies. Where's Alpha? No, she's not on the bed. She's not on the bed. She's probably on the couch. And I was right. There's your baby girl. Hey, Mama. Everybody loved your day in the life video. People love to see a day in your super hard life. You guys are all so tired. You want to just say bye? I think we should just cut this. You want to say bye? Bye.